Guys, this is a video I've been looking much forward to making, and I'm really hoping that you'll join me in the comments, because does structure follow strategy, or do we create our strategies after the organizational structure that we already have today? Welcome back. I'm Frederick. So during my research for my white papers, doing my research for these videos I'm making, I always seem to center back to the same thing, and that is the reason that we're not really moving anywhere is because of organizational structures. It's because of the silos, the setup that we have, that it makes it very difficult for top management to actually get changes through. I think there is little discussion, at least I can see from your comments, that all of you feel that, we have to do something. We have to change our organization to do something new. And that's why I have this question, because when you are creating a new organization, or if you are creating the insurer of the future, and you sit with a drawing board, then you will for sure come to a situation where you made a lot of new boxes. And then you look at the people that you have, and you'll find that, but if that person is not fitting into this box, he or she is not going to be happy, so we'd better create a box for that person. The second you start doing this, then you are actually creating a strategy based on your existing structure. You don't want to hurt people, I understand. It's a tough decision, changing the organization. But what is the right way of doing it? I believe when you are constructing your management team or your organizational structure, then you have to look at what is the strategic purpose of the organization at the moment. Bear in mind that the strategic purpose of an organization will change over time. Right now, in this COVID situation, it's survival. It's how do we get money to pay the next month's bills? How do we make sure that we get a new customer inflow? When the pandemic is over, it may be something else we'll be looking at. Rapid growth, it may be stabilization of the business model. I don't know that yet. I know that our strategies will change much more frequently than we're used to. And I also know that the second your strategy changes, there is a big chance that your management team have to change too. I would say that in principle, and you may agree or disagree, but in principle, there are 4 different strategies that you can pursue. One of them is stabilizing the business, making sure that everything is running as smooth as possible and as efficient and lean as possible. Another is rapid growth, taking one or more business units or product lines and really turbocharging to increase sales in that specific line. Another is groundbreaking innovation, trying new things, doing new stuff. And the last is a complete turnaround. If you look at these 4 different strategies, I'm sure you'll agree that they all require different competences, different leadership styles. And if you think of it, I would say when you look at management teams and the dynamics in the management teams, then there are two dimensions. There is what is the dynamics of the team. Is it a stable team we're having who are working along existing processes, along existing and agreed ways of doing things, or is it a dynamic team interested in exploring new and doing new things? This is one axis. The other axis is what is the CEO or the top management style? Is it a consensus-seeking management style, meaning that whenever we move forward, it happens in the agreement of everybody, so we have to spend time aligning our expectations, agreeing on the path and move? Or is it more decisive, saying that we have to do this, and I know it's a tough decision, but we'll do it, and I don't care, don't get me wrong here, I don't care if you disagree, it has to be done. So when you evaluate these 4 strategies, the stabilization, the rapid growth, the innovation, and the complete turnaround, it will make good sense to evaluate what are the characteristics of the leadership team that I need for this journey. So think about, if I'm doing a major turnaround, what kind of leadership style do I need to have as a CEO? What kind of leadership style do I need to have with my management team? I would say personally decisive. There is a lot of no regret decisions that have to be made, a lot of unpopular decisions. And you cannot seek consensus to get these things done in time. Major turnarounds are typically required fast, so you don't have the time to make sure that everybody agrees. If you look at the team structure for a major turnaround, stable following processes or dynamic trying new. Again, I would say dynamic trying new. If you're following what you're doing today in a major turnaround, you're not going to do new things. When you look at your strategy, then look at, okay, what are the characteristics of the management team required to carry this strategy out, and make the necessary changes. And this is where it gets tough. And again, I'm feeling that I'm repeating myself standing here and saying it's easy to say, but it's hard to do. We are talking about people here. We are talking about people's lives, their careers, their families, everything. So when you are reshuffling your cards to making sure that you're creating a team capable of executing your new strategy, you also have to take people into consideration, obviously. In this case, when you've built the ultimate organizational structure, the ultimate team, and you're looking at what competences, what skills do we have, you'll probably find that you can assign the roles in the new organization to the people that you have, but it requires some reskilling and some change in their job descriptions. And of course, if you face people with either we cannot work together or you have to change this, most of the time people, they would of course change because they'd prefer to stay and work with the company. This is tough decisions, and doing this is requiring hard leadership. This is decisive leadership style. I believe, especially in the situation at the moment, it is what we have to do. We have to make sure that the structure that we build is following our strategy. We have to make sure that when we're building our teams, we're building teams that can execute successfully on the strategy that we need to survive. I'm looking forward to your comments on this one. Until then, stay safe. Thank you for listening. Good luck. Goodbye.